Today I'm working on an automatic flush valve that keeps dumping water into the urinal. The button is missing or broke, I'm not really sure. I was just instructed to replace this flush valve. Let's jump right in. First thing I need to do is turn off the water to the urinal. Usually there's a cover for the shutoff valve, but this one has gone missing. Break free the top nut. Once broken free, it can be loosened all the way by hand. Loosen the bottom nut. This one I had to turn a couple of times with the pliers before I could turn it using only my hands. With both nuts fully loosened, I can now wiggle and remove the flush valve itself. Removing the old compression nut, as I will not be reusing this. Here's the new flush valve kit. Before I install this, I'm going to install the batteries for the automatic flush. This kit comes with an Allen key that you can loosen the screws on the flush valve to access the battery chamber. With the screw loosed, just give it a twist and lift up and you should be able to access that chamber. The blue box shown here is what we're looking for. Remember where the wires are orientated and just pull up on the blue box. With a flathead screwdriver, loosen the screw on the top of the box.
Hello.
Remove the top of the box. Insert 4 AA batteries as shown on the picture of the blue box. Line up the arrows, push down, and use your screwdriver to turn the screw clockwise to secure the battery top cover. Reinsert the battery compartment back into the flush valve tower head. Tuck the wires in and then twist it back on to the flush valve body itself. I'm pretty sure this will only attach one way, and once you line it up, just go ahead and give it a turn so that the sensor is facing you. Once twisted into place, you shouldn't be able to lift up on it. You can then tighten down the Allen screws with your Allen wrench. Next, I'm going to install the vacuum breaker onto the flush valve. This goes in pointed up as shown here. Then I'm going to slide this compression nut over. Then slide this bottom nut over. And this is what I couldn't really determine when looking at the instructions, if this O-ring goes on first and then the seal goes on. It was kind of hard to determine. I'm not really sure if it matters or not. Let me know in the comments if you think or know if it does. But this is ready to be installed onto the flush valve. Then I'm just going to twist this nut on hand tight. It should go on hand tight. You don't want to go cranking on it with pliers right away, as you could cross thread it. Next, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the bottom nut onto the urinal, and I'm just going to be putting these on hand tight for now. Before I put this top one on, I'm going to go ahead and lubricate this O-ring with a little water. It just helps the O-ring slide in there and it prevents it from getting pushed off when tightening that nut. When torquing down on these nuts, because of the material, you don't want to use anything with teeth, as it will damage the chrome finish. Now I'm going to turn on the water by turning this screw at the shutoff all the way to the left and just check for leaks. Install the cap that is held on by 2 Allen screws. Don't really like the idea of having to have an extra tool to access a water shutoff valve, but I'm not tightening down on these too much, and this can be ripped off in case of an emergency, given if you only had a flathead screwdriver. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. My name's Dave. See you on the next fix, which is probably going to be unclogging this urinal.